In a quiet seaside village, where windy nights were filled with the sound of crashing waves, lived three children named Charlie, Carrie, and Paul. Their small house was a haven of dreams, dreams of adventures that stretched far beyond the sleepy town. But they never imagined that magic was about to knock on their door, or rather, fly right into their lives. Everything began to change the day they met Miss Eglantine Price. She was a mysterious woman who lived alone on the edge of the village. Her house filled with strange objects and surrounded by whispers of enchantment. You see, Miss Price was no ordinary woman. She was secretly learning magic. Her spells were a bit clumsy, a little wobbly, but always full of heart. She tried her best to keep her unusual talent a secret, but the children, with their boundless curiosity, discovered it by accident. Instead of being scared, they were completely fascinated. They saw not a frightening witch, but a woman with a spark of wonder in her eyes. Realizing her secret was out, Miss Price decided to trust them. With a little twinkle in her eye, she revealed her most special enchantment yet, a magical bedknob. This wasn't just any old piece of brass. It could turn an ordinary bed into a flying, traveling wonder. One foggy evening, the air thick with the smell of the sea, Miss Price gathered the children to show them how the spell worked. Paul, the youngest, held the bedknob tightly in his small hand. He gave it a gentle twist, just as Miss Price instructed, and then it happened. The bed lifted off the ground with a soft, humming sound. The curtains in the room began to float like sails on a ship. Pillows tumbled in the air, and the children erupted in laughter as the room spun gently beneath them. It was like being on the world's most comfortable carousel. Then, with a gentle nudge from Miss Price's magic, the bed glided smoothly out the window and soared over the rooftops. The village they knew so well transformed into a tiny, perfect painting below, twinkling with the lights of evening lamps. Their journeys on the flying bed took them to places straight out of a storybook. They flew to a vibrant jungle where animals chattered and sang, sharing secrets of the wild. They dove into a shining underwater kingdom, a place called Naboombu, where fish glimmered like living jewels and a lion king ruled over a soccer match, unlike any other. They even visited a magical island where nothing was ever quite as it seemed, and where they had to outsmart cunning characters to find what they were looking for. Everywhere they went, the children learned something new. They learned about courage when facing the unknown, kindness when meeting creatures big and small, and most importantly, the power of believing in the impossible. Miss Price, though still a bit unsure of her own magical abilities, guided them with warmth and a wisdom that came straight from the heart. As their adventures continued, the bond between the children and Miss Price grew stronger. They weren't a family by blood, but they became a family bound by wonder, laughter, and shared secrets. They supported each other when spells went a little wrong, laughed together at the absurdity of a bed that could fly, and faced danger with a bravery they never knew they possessed. Each trip on the flying bed taught them a valuable lesson, that ordinary people, when they come together with trust and a little bit of magic, can achieve extraordinary things. The children helped Miss Price find confidence in her magic, and she, in turn, helped them see the magic within themselves. In the end, the children came to understand that Miss Price's real magic wasn't just in her spells or the enchanted bedknob. Her true magic was in the way she made them feel safe, strong, and truly seen. She gave them a home, not just of four walls, but of acceptance and love. Even after the adventures began to slow down and the bed returned to its quiet corner in their room, the memories they made stayed forever bright, like stars in their minds. The enchanted bedknob remained on the bedpost, a gleaming symbol of their incredible friendship. It was a constant reminder that the world is absolutely full of magic, waiting for those who are brave enough to seek it, and maybe, just maybe, to give it a little twist. Thank you so much for watching this magical tale. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who believes in a little bit of wonder. See you next time.